Hello everyone! My name is Alexander Bodine. I've been developing a video game called Power Master: A Strange Journey MV, and progress has been steadily improving. Last year I released my first Power Master presentation, going over the history of my concepts and what I had developed so far. That day, on April 3rd, 2024, I released the first new demo of the game since 2019. I've had some trouble really solidifying what I wanted the game to be, but I can say it's been on a good track lately. To recap, Power Master: A Strange Journey MV is a remake of my first game, Power Master 1: A Strange Journey, that I released back in 2016. The reason why I'm remaking it already is because it didn't meet the standards I had for it. The project was rushed, made in just under a year, resulting in conflicting art styles, awkward pacings, and some developmental issues. I knew I could do better, so I almost immediately got to work on remaking it. The original game used the RPG Maker VX Ace engine, while the remake is using the RPG Maker MV engine, hence its title. The game itself is a traditional role-playing game, or RPG, in a similar vein to older Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy titles, while also taking inspiration from series like Super Mario and The Legend of Zelda. You explore a world, discover secrets, solve puzzles, fight enemies, and help people. All the while, you are trying to find magical gems, which the main villain, Exitous, is also searching for. The order you find these gems in impacts how the other towns respond, and even the dungeons you explore. It took me a while to get my footing, but the remake is doing great and on its way for a late 2026 release. There are no plans for a new demo at the moment. The next release will be the full final game. There was plenty to explore in the demo released last year. Areas like Bora Forest, Bora Building, Bora Underground, and more are all connected through the Land of Moneo. There are also several characters to meet, like the warrior Jennifer, fatherly Octavis, timid Marina, and plenty more. Of course, this is just a demo. There's far more locations to explore and people to join in the final game. So let's introduce a few more places and faces that have been developed so far. First, we have the mountainous town of Mora. It's built in the western mountain range, next to the tallest mountain called Mora Mountain. Within the mountain is a series of caves, where you'll meet the character Matt trying to get through. The town of Gora is a place beset by a curse, and the spirits of the dead. People who enter the mansion are never seen again, so it has earned the reputation of haunted. In the graveyard, you'll meet an old man, Chris, who has some magical skills of his own. There's also the town of Sora, which is under a formation of clouds that can be stood upon. Up here, you'll encounter Daniel, a rather blunt man who is trying to get into a sacred tower. The town of Nora has been surrounded by various large bugs. Unlike other areas, Nora has 3 dungeons, an anthill, a beehive, and a spiderweb. Defeating these bugs in their nests will clear out their respective trapped buildings. Quora is built next to a large quarry, which was condemned due to unsafe conditions. The minecarts still work though and can be rode around to access other areas. And finally, the town of Wara. In the original game, this was the only area without a dungeon or a boss, but now you can explore underwater as you look for the source of dangerous whirlpools. There are more locations planned as well. Iora is next to a large island, and you'll rescue a girl named Kira there. Iora has a large maze next to it, and you'll recruit a man named Stan. Dora is a desert town with a historic pyramid, and you'll meet your cousin Helen there. Zora is a town trapped in time, frozen, with a door to another realm nearby. What sort of secrets do these towns hold? Will you be able to recover the gems in time? Of course, what good is an adventure without the enemies that stand in your way? You've already been introduced to characters like Hypnotic, a large clock able to hypnotize others, Galactrilla, an intergalactic warrior, the 3 mages, a trio of sisters loyal to Exitous, and more. I've since added a few more bosses, like the Phantom that holds the key to your escape from the mansion, Latrido, who commands the spiders, and Fuse, a ticking time bomb that will explode after a set amount of time. If you fail to defeat normal enemies, it's simply counted as a loss and you can still continue. But if you lose to boss enemies, there's a unique sequence that follows, leading to a game over. But maybe fighting just isn't for you. Story mode disables fighting entirely, which makes enemies in the field not appear. For boss fights, the game will fade out for a moment before assuming you just won the fight. This is a good way to just explore the story in other scenarios without feeling overwhelmed by battles. However, you will miss out on battle rewards. Additionally, there is silent mode, which replaces most text with expression bubbles. You'll miss out on some context, but if you already know the story, it's a good way to just explore the game. If you combine story mode and silent mode, you can essentially speedrun the game. On the flip side, there is also hard mode, which increases battle troops and changes dungeon layouts, but also grants more rewards in most cases. These aren't the only characters you'll find though. Various people around Moneo need some help to solve their problems. By taking on quests, you can earn rewards for your effort. Some quests have characters that will temporarily join you for as long as their quest is active. These characters can't be directly controlled, but they'll join you in battle and even some conversations. Everything you see in Power Master: A Strange Journey MV is created by me. I handle all the character graphics, world assets, battler graphics, item icons, story writing, and game mechanics. Admittedly, I am limited to RPG Maker's capabilities, but I'm doing my best to get the most out of the engine. I realize I'm not the greatest artist or developer, but I hope the adventure is appealing enough to be enjoyable. Several scripts were also added in order to improve the experience, all are either freely available or allowed to be used commercially. Here are some examples of scripts I'm using. The music in the current demo is AI generated for the time being, but I am not planning on keeping it that way. It's all a placeholder until I can create something better. I hope you enjoyed this look into Power Master: A Strange Journey MV. If you'd like to see more, there are links to my YouTube channels and my Twitch channel down below, where I may show some development stuff, though I post more often in my Discord, which is also linked down below. Again, I'm shooting for a late 2026 release. I'll have a more definitive date in the future. For now, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Alexander Bodine. I'll see you around.